Ah, all right. All right. Louis Lou. No, this was even prior to the letter, bro. Nah, this was prior to the letter. Nah, this was prior to the letter. I was just waiting a little bit to put out the full information. I'm not going to give out full details for obvious reasons. Remember how I always tell you guys that little birds fly in and tell me shit all the time? And that these birds, they're confirmed who they are. Sources are vetted. But prior to David getting transferred over to FCI Milan, where he's at now, right? Because my theory is my theory why he got moved is because of what he was doing at Livingston County. That's just my theory. Could be wrong, but David being the fucking degenerate sack of shit he is, like, it wouldn't surprise me, right? So David, being the asshole that he is, thinks it's smart to go ahead and threaten the jail staff. And what he's doing, he's threatening. He's saying what he's doing, you guys. What's up, Soups? How you doing? Good to see you. We're talking about how David's threatening the jail staff. And it's like, what better way, right? What better way to really make your life a living hell than to piss off the very people in the institution that are supposed to be protecting you, right? So, not is he only threatening the staff, right? But what David's doing is he's telling these staff members, I'm going to find out where your families live. I'm going to find out where you live. That's what he's telling him. What, you dumb fuck, right? Dumb fuck move, right? Whether or not it's still going on, I'm guessing it is because David's a fucking dumb shit. All right, now and threatening the staff like that, like jail guards, they go to work. I'm sure they get threatened all the fucking time by the staff, right, or by the inmates. However, it's different when you start threatening the families, right? Saying, "Oh, I'm going to find out where your family lives." Oh, you are? You're going to find out where my family lives? What the fuck are you going to do with that information? Really? Okay. Okay. You're going to find out where my family lives? Simple. We'll fucking move your ass. That's simple. We'll put you up with the big boys. Now, what David did was circumventing the Bureau of Prison phone rules, right? This is all part of it too, I believe. Hey, what's up, Bernice? Hey, Zealot. He's trying to get some. He's trying to do something dumb. I don't know. Maybe make a martyr of himself, Soups, right? Maybe he's trying to make a martyr of himself by like doing dumb shit. Yeah, thinks he's in control out there. Yeah, fucking threaten the staff. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Men. He's threatening the men and the women staff. Okay, so there's that. There's that. Now, David doesn't. Maybe he does or he doesn't. I don't know. But your conduct inside is also a big determination on how the judge is going to sentence you. I know he's a total fucking punk, right? And imagine like, what if some of these guards were like really cool, right? And like they got fucking pushed around or something and they had to get moved because of David's fucking dumbass, right? Like, and imagine pissing off the other prisoners because maybe you had some good fucking turns that were working your walk, you know? Maybe you had some good COs, some correction officers that were good. Who knows? Who knows what those stipulations can be? But David is literally making it worse for himself, like we've been saying. And by threatening the staff, yeah, that's going to go up to, that can be pushed up to terroristic threats. Okay, you want to make terroristic threats to the staff? Sure, fuck, we'll fucking kick that up. Well, here's another felony warrant for you, Mr. Taylor. Terroristic threats. Hey, Jesse May, how you doing? Yeah, they'll make an example out of him. Fuck yeah, they'll make an example out of him. Triple M, I see you too. They will. They'll make an example out of him. Oh, you're gonna threaten the staff? You're gonna say you're find out where they live, Mr. Taylor? Why would you say that? Imagine going to court and David having to answer to the judge for that. Mr. Taylor, why are you telling my staff, my jail staff, that you're gonna find out where they live? What are you gonna do with that information, Mr. Taylor? What's the point? Yeah, and this is all verified, man. This is all confirmed. Prior to David getting transferred, he was making a complete fuck of himself. Getting written up every fucking day, being a shithead to the staff, causing problems, not being a model inmate, right? Not being the apostle that he claims to be, that's for sure. He does. He talks too fucking much, and that's his problem. He won't shut the fuck up. And the thing is other inmates aren't going to like that. Inmates don't like loud inmates, don't like loud talkers. They don't like people like that. Nuh-uh. You shut the fuck up, you go in there, you do your time. You don't cause any problems. Yes, you're in prison, but there's still a hierarchy. And David is breaking that hierarchy, and it's going to piss a lot of people off, not just the staff, but the other inmates as well. Now, as far as where David is right now, exactly. You mind your business, don't say shit to anybody, and you put your head down and you do your fucking time. Exactly. Do your time like a fucking man, David. That's what they say. That guy, that fucking off the yard guy I watched, he was telling me, or not telling me, but there's a video he's saying, he's like, dude, there's this guy in there for double murder. And he was like, he was a model inmate, man, but he did some shit. And he was like, he didn't bother nobody, didn't talk to nobody, didn't fuck with nobody. And he was like, this young cat came in there, started fucking shooting his mouth off, man. And he was like, eventually, dude, this cat, like, this older guy, he's been in since the fucking 80s, dude. Been in since the 80s, right? And this guy never bothered nobody. He was in there doing his time like a fucking man. He fucked up, he's doing his time, and they got some fucking young punk coming in here, shooting their fucking mouth off. He's like, didn't take long. Didn't take long. What happened is this kid was shooting his mouth off to this old school cat about the phone. The guy was like, hey man, you only get one click on the phone. He's like, yo, fuck you, old man. And eventually, dude, that old timer just fucking went up and fucking shanked him, killed him. He was already in jail for life. With fuck respect, dude. It's about respect. And David is disrespecting the institution entirely, the staff and the inmates, and the prosecution and the defense. Yo, what up, Frank? Yeah, the parole board, everybody is looking at this, exactly. Hey, LFG Flowkey, thanks for Doyle's does it. Appreciate you, man. Exactly, that's the thing. Inmates doing time, inmates doing life, dude, they'll fucking, if they're bored, dude, they'll fucking just kill somebody. Just think about that. You got people in there doing life for murder and shit like that. Think they're gonna give a fuck if they... I'm already here for life. What do you do, stack on another life sentence? I'm already here for life. It's free game, exactly. It is, it's free game. And David is the prey. David's prey now, ultimately, because of what he's doing. He's making a complete fucking idiot of himself. And the cult members out there that are watching, I promise you, David is not being a model inmate. He's making things a lot worse for himself. You know why? Because he won't shut the fuck up. Threatening the staff inside the institution, yeah, it's a good fucking way to fucking get your name known throughout the entire BOP, which is the Bureau of Prisons. And you guys don't think these guards talk amongst each other? Fuck, it's like a whole other sewing circle, man. Shit. Could you imagine the stories they have? Some of these guards, man, I could only imagine the stories they have. Then you get some asshole like David in there trying to fucking be cooler than everybody. And David's just being a complete fuck of it. If David had any intention of getting out, his behavior behind bars isn't going to help him. I guarantee it. His conduct behind bars is also going to reflect in the courtroom. Your Honor, look, we found that he was doing calls to his YouTube channel too after the judge had ordered him not to do it, to have no contact with his organization. He circumvented the process, Your Honor. This is how it happened. This is how he found out. This is the way they did it, Your Honor. He does not care. He told us that the second he did this, when he made these calls out to the organization, that he had no intention of following the rules. And he did. He didn't. Total witness tampering for sure. That was fucking witness tampering. Either way you peel it. David was using scriptures that only members of his organization would understand. Yeah, that's the thing. The guards, they just got to fucking make sure you're okay. They just got to make sure you're okay. Make sure you're still breathing. Yep. And if David has a large canteen account, it'll become the Block's canteen account. But, man, I don't think David's gaining weight, man. Last I heard, he's losing it. He's losing it, and he looks like shit. But he is. He's I mean, imagine being brought up on these charges, right? David's looking at 200 years, and he's going to go in there and threaten the jail staff. Be like, oh, fuck you, I'm going to find out where you guys live. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, see how that happens. See what happens when that happens, David. And what these jail staff do, David, well, he's not going to see this video, but cult members that are watching, what they do is when you fuck up, they go out and write a report out. They go up and they write a report out about what you did, said, what time it was, where it happened, when it happened, why it happened. David thinks it's all a joke, man. David thinks it's all a joke going in there and talking shit. And cult members, if you're watching, David's eventually going to get his ass beat by the prison population. Exactly. He'll piss off the wrong fucking shot caller. Yeah, I think they isolated him, Zella. I do. That's the best thing for him. Don't give him access to anything. You want to see your lawyers? Good. Your lawyer's got to come down to the jail to see it because you can't stay off the fucking phone. Every time you're getting on the phone, you're trying to call out to your fucking cult, which you're not allowed to do. Wes Watson's a fucking tool. That guy's a fucking tool bag. Wes Watson. He ain't freezing jail still, dude. This cult leader we're talking about? Maybe he's up there with Wes Watson. But that's what we're talking about. Wes Watson's a fucking tool. That guy's a fucking loser. Mr. fucking tough guy gotta beat up women, huh? Yeah, no, and that's the thing, Jella. In the end, Michelle will flip on him. Yep. Yeah, see, and I'm wondering how that's going to work out. Him claiming to be a pastor and a prophet. Him going in there, oh, I'm a prophet. Yeah, the fuck out of here. Yeah, he gave her too much power. And Zella. She will turn. She will turn. That's Michelle Brannon 101. No, but Michelle Brannon, if she can fuck it up, she'll fuck it up. Including her own bond. And that's something we've kind of pointed out to as well, is like her violating her bond, we know she is. We know she's been doing it, but fucking pretrials and doing their job. Maybe this is his way of communicating that he wants to be in general population. David, you know what though? I'm thinking David's probably on 23-1, man. Yep. 23-1, man. 23 hours a day. 23 hours a day in, 1 hour out for shower and rec, and that's about it. Because David is technically high profile because of this case. It is a high profile case. He's in the news. That's why it's high profile, because it's made it to the media. And we always said this would happen when it went down. Especially with Avila, right? Look what happened with Avila Golf and Country Club. We told them. We told them. We told them. We told them multiple fucking times. We left messages, emails. Told them, hey, this is going on in your area at this location, at this house. They just bought it. And I'm letting you guys know what's happening there. And nobody ever returned calls, never asked follow-up questions. I eventually emailed these guys at Avila and said, you know what? Right now I had to call them and left a message. I was like, when this place gets raided, and it's going to, don't say we didn't tell you it was going to happen. Because we told them. Nobody listened. We told the prison about David making phone calls. Nobody listened. A captain lost his job because of it. Okay, somebody's fucking head rolled for that one. And it was a captain. It was a high-ranking official in the prison system. I don't know what the name was or anything. All I know, what I was told, again, these sources are legit. What I was told is these prison guards, they were looking at my IP address. They wanted to know how some guy in Texas knew what the fuck was going on inside the prison and the own staff didn't. They were looking for me. They wanted to know who the fuck I was. They thought it was a joke. That's what I was told. Little Bird told me, they're like, dude, they thought it was a joke that some guy in Texas knew how the fuck what was going on down up there. I was like, they did it online. How could they not fucking know? How could they not know? He's like, I had to calm them down. He's like, those guys were pissed at you, man. Hey, hallelujah, brother Thice. He was like, yeah, that staff was pretty lit up at you, man. I'll tell you that. But it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I told him. And that's what I told the homie. He's like, I was like, I told him, dude. I did. I told him. I was like, I emailed him. But when they didn't listen, that's when I pushed it up higher. When the jail staff didn't listen, okay, well, fuck. I'll put it up to the prosecutor. Have her fucking walk in there and fuck your day up. And that's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. David caused so many problems. The phone calls, because nobody did shit about it, somebody lost their job, man. Yep. Will he hold up mentally till the trial? I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Mentally, I think he's going to fucking crack, man. I think mentally, David will crack prior to. Nah, maybe not, though. He might be stronger than that. He might be stronger than that. Be cool if he did. I mean, we know he's in shit health. We know he's in shit health, so he doesn't have that going for him. Can he make it mentally to the trial? Possibly. Physically? I don't. Maybe not. Yeah, I hope he makes it to court, right, Thice? Yeah, let's just hope he makes it to court, man. Yeah, I think he will, Hillbilly. I think he will. Even against his counsel's advice, his counsel's advice saying, no, we don't take the fucking stand. I think David will take the stand. His lawyers already said he can't wait to fucking defend himself in this. He's like, he cannot wait to fucking take this to trial and defend himself. So, yeah, I think David will take the stand. What they will do once they find out and see that Michelle screws him over. Michelle will be shunned by the entire cult. Michelle will have nobody like she does now. All she'll have is her son. All she'll have is her son. Michelle will turn, because you guys, you got to figure, these are serious fucking crimes, man. Michelle will turn. Michelle will turn. Why do you think they let her out? Because she'll turn. She'll turn. She'll take him to more breadcrumbs, which is all what we could fucking hope for, right? We want Michelle to lead the Fed some more breadcrumbs. That's most likely what she's doing, but we don't know. Just the theory in that too. But Michelle, if she turns on David, which I agree that she will, Michelle has two choices in this. Neither one is beneficial for her. Turn on David. You could turn on David, right? Be shunned by the entire cult. Or you can stand with him and possibly face the rest of your fucking life in prison. That's Michelle's world right now. Two choices. She has two choices. Turn on David or support him and go down with him. And even if she turns on him, she could still be looking at time. So Michelle has two choices right now in her life. Turn or go down. Turn or go down with them. And not sure which option is the best. I want Michelle to prove us wrong. I want her to go down with David. I want her to take the stand in David's defense. No, Michelle only cares about herself, and that's coming from that's a psych profile built for talking to people she knows. People in her life that know her best type deals, right? I've written down Michelle's psych profile. It's all here, dude. She'll turn. She'll turn. It'll be very last minute, though. It'll be very last minute, right? When it's about time, she'll fucking probably take a plea last fucking day. She'll take a plea the day before everybody's supposed to plea out. Hang on. Hang on a second. I told some guy your opinion's a lie the other day on a tornado video. I got it. I think. Hang on. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, was that you that ordered a shirt, Fiend? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw your order. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, I saw your Redbubble order. Yeah. You got a sticker, and then yeah, the David E. Taylor shirt. It says Axe Michelle. This is the one I asked right here. This is the one I sport. Where's Angel? Duck face David. Yeah. Anyways, back to the threatening of the staff. I guess David just thought it was a good idea. I don't know. David's or else option fucking start threatening the staff. He's like, you know what? My life already fucking sucks. I'm just gonna go ahead and make it worse on myself. Let me go ahead and start talking shit to the staff that are gonna fucking, that are gonna take care of me for the rest of my fucking life. That way, they can tell their buddies down the road. That way everybody knows who the dead is, okay? That way everybody knows David E. Taylor when he walks in the fucking jailhouse door. Okay? So, the cult members out there that still support David, if you think David is getting out, he's not going to get out, okay? Because he continues to act like an asshole even when he's locked up. I guess he's trying to live out that gangster persona, right? Getting behind bars. Oh, I'm still a gangster. Look at all this problem I'm causing. Yeah, now you're causing problems for yourself, though, David. And he's being charged with federal crimes, right? These aren't like civil fucking fines. These aren't traffic tickets. He didn't get a fucking parking ticket, David. Right? You're looking at money laundering, fucking human trafficking, fraud, conspiracy to commit forced labor. I mean, Michelle's even in on it too. Kathleen's even in on it too. Conspiracy. What Kathleen get? Conspiracy to commit forced labor or some shit, just for knowing. Kathleen got arrested just for fucking knowing about it and not doing anything. So wait till the prostitution comes out. Wait till the prostitution comes out. Wait till that comes out, man. When the prostitution comes out, and it will eventually, then change everything. That will change everything. If David decides to take this all the way fucking top, that shit will come out eventually. And you guys want to know something? Hey, that whole shit didn't start in Houston. It started up in Taylor. It didn't even start in Texas. It started up in Michigan. David had a backdoor entrance. Yeah, Jeffrey Bell. That's what we're talking about today, Jeffrey. Right now, we're talking about how David, even though he's behind bars, he's threatening the staff and making a complete fucking idiot of himself like he has been for the last fucking 30 years, right? Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Not only that, he's been ordered not to contact the organization, and he fucking was doing live streams from the fucking jail phone. Okay? Threatening staff, telling the fucking staff, I'm going to find out where you guys live. I'm going to have my people find out where you live. And it's like, okay, you're still being a dumb fuck. He's getting written up in jail, dude. He's getting written up. He won't shut the fuck up. Literally single-handedly tanking his own case. I know, womp womp. He is. David single-handedly tanking his own fucking case. Had he just shut his fucking trap, took the guilty plea, he would have been fucking in already serving his time on his way to fucking freedom. But no, he thinks he's better than everybody and he's gonna fucking take it to trial. Yeah, wait till he gets a roommate. Wait till he gets a roommate. Some big old fucking Nazi Aryan motherfucker too. Yep. Yep. That's what I hope he gets. I hope he gets some big old fucking Aryan fucking Brotherhood branded motherfucker, dude. Yep. That's what I hope he gets. Like a shot caller from the brand, man. That'd be dope. That would be like my ultimate fucking nocturnal emission. Like David getting a cellmate, that's the brand. Mm-hmm. That was crazy. I would love to see that. Yeah, big biker dude with scars. Yeah, big biker dude. Some big fucking Nazi lowrider guy. I don't know. Somebody that doesn't like David. Like literally, like that would be the shit if David got like some fucking Nazi dude that was like in his face all fucking day every day, telling him to clean the cell, wash his shitty underwear. I can't. I hope he does. I hope he does. He deserves it. I know if the pad fits, David must shit, huh? Right. It's like the pad fits, David must shit. Right, Dan? But yeah, Dan, yeah, we're talking about David threatening the jail staff and shit today. This is happening prior to his transfer. This was happening prior to his transfer, but he's gone from being Mr. Apostle to being Mr. Asshole in jail. Like really making his case worse. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It would be his own race that would do him in. Yep. It's his own race, yeah. It's typically how it is. But David going to prison the way he is right now, dude, this is like a big culture shock for him. He wouldn't know how to act. We're only 20 minutes in, Kim. We'll talk for a bit today about David threatening the jail staff and just how bad it makes it for his case. Oh, nice. David's probably in solitary. Somebody's renting the house next door. We always get shitty neighbors next door, man. Hopefully we get good neighbors this time. Yeah. Prison psychological, man. How much can you handle? How much can you handle? And David going in and acting like an asshole? Nope. Prison will break him. No, they won't put up with David's shit, which is why I think he ultimately got transferred from Livingston County Jail. David thought he was fucking gonna get away with his shenanigans there. Nope. Fucking throw him up at Club Fed. FCI Milan, minimum security. Yes, minimum security. But FCI Milan isn't the greatest place to be, man. I mean, it's prison, first of all. Second of all, the infrastructure of the prison itself is pretty shitty. Okay? Water issues, light issues, shit like that. No AC in the summer. I mean, David, that's what's so comforting to me with all this. Is all the shit David did for decades came back to him tenfold in fucking 1 minute. And like everything he ever did came back to him. Not even tenfold, it's like 1,000-fold. The day the feds arrested him. And it all came to him instantly. There was no fucking, hey, let me turn the fucking heat up on this piece of shit. Nope, it was all at once. His whole life of excess and debauchery, gone. Addiction, gone. Like that. Instantly. Not over a period of time. Yeah, Uncle Jake, David's been threatening the jail staff. David's been threatening the jail staff like a dumb fuck. Because that's going to help his case, right? Threatening the jail staff, doxing the fucking, the Colts out there, doxing the warden. Yeah, really going to help your case. Yeah. Yep. Well, some of the people didn't know. Yeah. In the aspect of what? Yeah, the surrounding prisoners suffer as well. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. Yep, that's part of the reason he's at FCI Milan now, yeah, is because he fucking wouldn't shut his goddamn mouth. He caused problems, you guys. He did. He caused a lot of problems, making threats, getting on the phone, people losing their jobs because of it. And because we warned people, and people didn't do their job. People lost their job. One that I know of. One. I don't know how that looked. I don't know what that process was. I just know somebody lost their job, man. And it's stupid. It's the stupidest thing to lose your fucking job for in a situation like this. You're going to lose your job over something like that? With a fucking pension, good benefits? I mean, I'm sure the BOP has some pretty decent benefits, right? But, like, what the fuck? Like, you're going to lose your job over this piece of shit? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would anybody... Yeah. Exactly. Lose your job for fucking David. Seriously. You risk your job for David. Hey, what's up, TTYL? Yeah, why risk your job for anybody? Why risk your job for anybody? Don't risk your job. How about that? Just don't risk your job. Because your job is what puts food on your table, pays your bills, your insurance, your car, your gas. If you have kids, puts fucking diapers on them. Takes care of their medical bills. Why would you risk a job for David E. Taylor? Don't do it. Don't do it. This guy's not worth it, man. And that's the thing. If any of the BOP come across this video about David, just know that we're watching this cult probably better than you guys are. We have been. Well, no, I know David was also threatening the female staff as well. He was threatening the female staff as well. Yeah. He was threatening the men and the women. He didn't give a fuck. Saying there he was going to have his people find out where they lived. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what he was doing. And that's the thing we were saying earlier is, like, the staff gets threatened, right, by the inmates, but never, I'm guessing never to the point where it's like, hey, I'm going to find out where your fucking family lives. Well, what do you mean by that? Go ahead and write that in a report here. This day, this time. And from what I understand, David's got a stack of fucking write-ups. Just because he's acting like a fucking asshole and he's taking the or else option as usual. He's like, hey, you know what? Or else, you know, this option, this shit just isn't working, all right? I'm going to go and take the or else option and just start fucking with the staff and talking shit to him, okay? That'll really help my case. He is. He is. He's like a cell warrior. He's a caged fucking rat. Exactly. He's a caged rat. Oh, man. So who was it? It was Michael H. Long. He's all, man, we should send him like pictures of like Big Macs and burgers and shit like that. Like lobster and crab legs and surf and turf. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. We should. Yeah, and he is. Narcissist rules don't apply. And that's the Jello making an example out of him. Okay, you want to be a fucking little punk ass bitch? Fuck, we'll put you in solitary. We got room. We got room. Hit that like too. Let me know you're here. And like Zella's saying, narcissist rules don't apply. You send him a post. I want to send him like one of the little Krispy Kreme hats. That'd be funny, man. Send him one of the Krispy Kreme hats. Be like, hey, this one's on me, David. Now you can be. Now you at least have something the other inmates don't. A Krispy Kreme hat, like one of the little paper hats that you fold open. There's something more to this. I worked years in counseling jails before crossing over to police. I've seen federal holdings and camps. Yeah, Uncle Jake's letter made it. Only one TTYL that I know of. And it was rank, dude. He had rank on him too. He's a captain. He'll probably go to another jail and get hired on. No big deal. Yeah. I think it will come up in court eventually. We just don't know it yet. The judge already knows about the phone calls. Yeah, and this was at a county jail. This was from what I understand, it was Livingston. Yep, Livingston, because that's where David was doing the calls from, right? TTYL. If you're law enforcement, is that allowed for a fucking inmate to do live streams from jail? Like, dude, if I went and robbed a bank, right? I know. Yeah, that fucking captain got fired. He's like, hey, I'll just go work for FCI Milan now. No big deal. I'll go right up the street here. Okay. Yeah, then it's more serious. Yeah. That's where I'm at with it. Like, for somebody to get fired, like, it's serious. But he was circumventing the process. And what we did, TTY, I was like, when we saw David doing the calls, several of us emailed the jail, dude. Several of us emailed the jail, said, the fuck is he doing making live streams onto fucking from the jail phone? Oh, our people are looking into it. Well, why is he continuing with it every weekend? We pushed it up. Eventually, I just emailed the prosecutor. I was like, hey, Sarah knows who I am. She knows who I am. I've never talked to her, but she definitely knows who I am. And I said, hey, this is what's going on. Here's the proof. Here's the proof. Yeah, he could have had other issues, and the calls was the final straw. We just don't know. But David being the asshole that he is, I could see them fucking saying, no, fuck, you're done here. You're done. You want to be a fucking little prick? Guess what? We'll send you over the shithole. Livingston County was a nice jail. Do you want to call in? Dude, would love to have you call in, man. For real, you want to call in right now? You don't have to give out your name or anything, man. Yep. Yep. Like, to lose your job over David, it's some serious shit, dude. Like, is it really worth it? That was my question. Was it worth it all? Was it worth it? Yep. That's the thing. David wants to keep acting like an asshole. They'll put him up on a level 3 or 4. But the thing is, okay, the number, I got you, bro. It's 314. Just text me at that number and I'll call you, okay? It's easier for me to call for whatever reason. Your guys' calls don't come in. I don't know why. But just text me at 314 492 3356 and I'll call you. It's just, for whatever reason, it's just easier that way, big dog. But no, I would love to have you call in and have your point of view on this, man. I'm not going to give out sources. Just want you to know that, okay? But yeah, I don't know how it happened or when it happened. All I know is that somebody did lose their job, man. For whatever reason. We were literally doing their job. We were literally doing the BOP's job, monitoring fucking phone calls of prisoners when they should have been fucking doing it. Not only that, is there's actual proof that we sent out the emails. Got it. Here we go. Got you, bro. It's coming from a 916 number, bro. Okay. I don't know why it does that, but that's what it's coming from.
Hello?
Hey, go ahead, bro. Take it away, man.
Yo, what up, Rich, man? It's
Hey,
been
good.
a while.
Yeah, you too, man. Go ahead.
So I worked for the sheriff's department for a minute in corrections, and then switched over to police. So, we talked before. I was on camera. I was wearing my uniform. Remember from way back?
I do, man. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we have a union, and the process of getting an officer fired. To get an officer or captain or whoever fired, like on the spot, it's got to be something major. Otherwise, it's got to go through arbitration. if a captain was fired that quick.
Yep, that's what my source said. Yes.
So I do know that the feds use county jails as kind of as a or punishment. So if someone gets in trouble at a little federal camp, they'll put them there, and they'll just be held over there while another process kind of happens. I don't understand it fully, but I have seen that happen before.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, they get tablets now. They used to only have the little payphone looking things, but now they get tablets where they can do FaceTime calls.
Okay.
They can do FaceTime calls as visitation. But however, you got some smart people in the system that do know how to hack those tablets. And if you hack one of those tablets, that's an additional charge. I know you kind of mentioned it before. They become a shot when they get hit with like disciplinary action.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, before you're kind of calling out one of the federal codes.
297.
So yeah, so he could have gotten a hacked one. Because I was thinking about it when listening to you. I was like, he can't be making that many friends. But then again, those guys don't have anything to really do in there. And someone who comes in there that's charismatic and is kind of saying some stuff they haven't heard before. Everybody's bored in there. Yeah, he could probably be building up a little bit of a following. That's definitely possible. I've seen that before too.
Okay. But so, see, what was happening was he was actually calling from the phone because it was the phone prompt. So I don't think he was calling from a tablet.
Okay. Well, it's about the live stream, the Zoom.
Yes, so what he was doing, he would call into the cult, and then the cult would facilitate the call out to YouTube.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
You know, I hesitate to call them stupid because they're not. They're really just, caught up.
Yeah.
And it's really, I don't condemn the church, but however, it is the church's fault because people are looking for answers, and the churches, at least the good churches, are overshadowed by the Kenneth Copelands, the Creflo Dollars, and the T.D. Jakeses, and all of those individuals, and the David Taylors, that the real messages don't.
Yeah.
So these people look for answers, and they come across the loudest voice.
Yep.
And that's the truth.
Yeah.
It's really a sad situation.
Yeah, and look what David did. Like, all the problems he's causing. I mean, that's the thing. Like, this guy lost his job over whatever, And like you're saying, there's arbitration and stuff like this. But, like, when I was talking to my source about it, I was like, dude, that was never my intention to get anybody fired. He's like, it's not your fault, Rich. He's like, they got caught not doing their job.
Well, you know what? So that was my view. I was also an instructor in law enforcement. What I would teach them is like, when an officer is doing something that they shouldn't be doing, in regards to the inmate, where they're bringing something in or they're allowing an inmate to do more than what's allowed, then that's when bad things happen. Mm-hmm. That's when this inmate who's taking drugs, he now assaults. Mm-hmm. He gets a bad batch and he freaking snaps and he starts to attack people and the officer gets hurt, or another inmate gets hurt. Well, that's why I've always had zero tolerance for individuals who are doing bad. I don't feel bad for them. So whatever his captain is, whatever he was up to, he deserves every bit of what he gets.
That's what I said too.
He puts lives in danger. It was not like he knows David. David could be some freaking guy who's using his audience to plot some sort of escape or whatever the hell else. I mean, he has a cult.
Well, not only that, but
who knows what they do.
But not only that, the judge ordered David, like, the only way I can see to keep you away from this organization is to put you on detention. He's like, well, fuck that. I'm going to call him anyways.
You know what, bro? I couldn't even imagine being in David's shoes and hearing that, because those are terrifying freaking words.
Which part?
Well, I can't trust you to be out on the street because, of what you could do.
Oh, that doesn't compute to David, though. No, David thinks he's done nothing wrong, bro.
Yeah.
He thinks he's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, you could see that in his disgusting smile.
Yeah.
But you know what? So, bro, I ran the whole case through ChatGPT. Everything that I know, everything you talked about, and all of that. Mm. And ChatGPT is like saying that it's likely he'll take a plea. Right. And I'm like, I hope he doesn't take a plea. He needs every bit of what that judge is going to give him because he's straight up going to be convicted.
Yeah.
There's zero doubt in my mind he's not going to be convicted. There's far too much evidence.
This is law enforcement, you guys. And the Colt's probably watching. This is law enforcement. There's too much evidence. There's 109,000 pieces.
Well, I'm retired. I'm retired. Yeah. I am no longer, I can't claim that anymore, but I'm retired. But no, he is it's a whole lot of evidence. I mean, that's freaking shocking.
Yeah.
Absolutely shocking. And my view, too, is that Joseph is out of gas, too. That part's coming. Third in command goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, you had inner working knowledge of this. You watched it go on. You participated even in some small parts. Bro, once the throw conspiracy, which is something that they look on for every case, you're done. You're done. Conspiracy, and they'll easily prove conspiracy.
Facts, text messages.
Not David, but exactly. Joseph was in those meetings. He was there when orders were given. He stood by what orders happened. You know, he was part of that whole infrastructure. If the feds wanted to, they could ban so many people in that organization. So many.
Yeah.
So many.
Joseph is a big part, like old boy's saying here. Like, Joseph was there. Conspiracy is just the fact of knowing that you knew and you did nothing.
All it takes is one conversation, and they can lock you in conspiracy.
For 20 years.
That's it, just one conversation. And bro, they've got years of conversations. Years. So I'm just waiting. And you know, I was listening to you the other day, and something about, I agree with you, just seeing like he's not that bad of a guy. He's really just caught up. He may not be fully in on the scam.
Mm-hmm.
He's a true believer.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, if I shoot you in the foot, whether I meant to or not, you still got a hole in your foot.
Yeah.
So Joseph, I'm looking forward to him getting banned up to, you know, at best, he'll learn something out of it.
I think talking to people that know him, they just want him to turn himself in. Like, dude, just give it up. Give it up, man, Joseph.
That'd be the smart thing to do.
It would.
That'd be the smart thing to do.
Go turn state's evidence.
One of the worst things you could do with the feds is make them spend money. The more money you make them spend by having them to investigate you and fight and all that type of stuff, the harder they're going to hit you. And the worst thing in this is that the federal judges have an enormous amount of power. They can give you whatever they can think of for the smallest offense. They can give you the maximum for your first time on the smallest offense. They can do that. But what's even worse is how much sway the federal prosecutors have over the judges. Most times they go for what the federal prosecutors ask for.
Mm-hmm.
And you got David out there and the cult challenging and disrespecting the federal judge.
Yes.
And these people are insane. They're insane.
Every turn.
This is a trash fire. You just can't look away.
It is. It's a dumpster fire. It's an out-of-control dumpster fire, right? You're like, a dumpster fire.
You can't look away, dog. So the other night I was driving to my girlfriend's house, and I was listening to you, and she got in the car, and she heard that. I said, "What are you listening to?" Well, I had to go in and so explaining this whole thing, but yeah, man, it really is a dumpster fire. You just can't look away.
What did you think about like the fact that they brought on this prosecutor that's human trafficking specialist?
Yo, I think she's a huge big deal for David. That's a mountain that his defense is just really not prepared for. She's gonna hit them. That's gonna be like a freaking hurricane when she goes in, because she's 100% credible. She's got all this experience, and bro, that he's in some real trouble with that one.
That's what I said.
His defense might as well just wrap it up and just try to make friends with her and say, hey, look, can we just work something out? Because they don't have a chance with that woman. That woman is the real deal.
She's
no chance whatsoever.
She's that wild card in their deck. She's the wild one.
Wild card, dog. She's the freaking royal flush.
That's what I mean. It's like
game over card.
Yeah, she's that wild card. Boom, throw her in there. See what happens. Let's see what happens with her. Oh, she's human trafficking specialist.
Yeah. Bruh, No, yeah, they have no chance against that woman. When I was watching the video put up with her speaking, I was like, oh wow, I'd be terrified.
I would too.
Even if you were innocent, bro. Even if you were innocent, that woman showed up and be like, yeah, I'm going to prison.
I know. It'd be like, I didn't do anything, but you're still going to prison. You're guilty.
I'm going to prison.
Yeah.
You know, this is over. Yeah. So I look forward to watching this, man. I can't wait to see all of this play out. I mean, I was just as excited as you when you first got banned. It was like, that was just Sunday morning.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
What did you think, like, when you saw the raid go down, man?
Oh, so having been there and having done this stuff, and also know how it is to be on the squad and working with other officers who have friends and have family and stuff like that. When I was listening to what the church was just saying, they had a gun in my face, there was a laser and stuff like that. I was like, you people just really don't understand. This is 100% unknown. We don't know who is crazy, who has a gun, number one. We don't know how many, I'm sure they knew how many people were in there. A really good estimate.
We knew there were guns. We knew there were guns.
Yeah, we knew there was guns. There was a video. I saw the video. The guy came out in the freaking SUV, had a gun on his hip.
Yeah.
There are guns there, for sure.
That's all the feds needed. All they needed to see was one gun.
You're right.
That's all they needed to see. They didn't give Sorry, my bad.
I was going to message you the other day. Because as law enforcement, we don't go into situations to not come home the way we left. And that's the same way I feel for the guy that's standing right next to me. So no, you're right. You have one, we bring 10. You have 10, we bring 100. Like, it's that overwhelming force to ensure that me and my team, me and my people, we go home safe.
Same thing as soldiers in combat.
We don't take chances.
No.
We don't take chances.
No.
So I thought the raid was very well done. I loved the part of the armored truck knocking down the gate.
Yeah. There were 2 ARs that came out of Tampa, and possibly some handguns and stuff from up north somewhere. But we know definitely there were some ARs. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But it doesn't even matter. It could have been freaking old school Western revolvers.
Yeah.
We're still coming heavy. I think it was well done. Yeah. Love to see it.
Not a shot fired. That's the one thing I said, is this ended without anybody getting hurt, right? Except for the fact that David fucked all these people over, financially strapped them, sexually abused all these women. Yeah, but nobody got fucking shot and killed. Didn't end like Waco in a big fucking public spectacle.
Yeah, Waco was really, really something completely different. They waited way too long. The feds, they waited way too long to go into Waco. They let those people fortify for way, way, way too long. You're right.
Yeah.
They did learn from that. Yeah. And never again is a motto.
Yeah.
What I would love to see, I don't know if you tried to get your hands on it, the body camera footage of dragging David's fat behind out of the.
That's federal body cam footage, man, and we can't find it. We're trying.
Really? Have you tried Pfizer?
We're trying to find it, man. The feds have it because he was arrested by the feds.
Right, but I mean, have you tried a Pfizer?
Yeah, FOIA.
Tried to get a FOIA. My bad.
Yeah, we tried to FOIA it, but I think because the trial's still active, like, we won't be able to get it until afterwards. Because I think
either way.
I think it's going to be evidence in the trial. So until it's presented as evidence, I don't think we can touch it. But we've definitely tried.
You got a point.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know what he had on him. Yeah. And where he was.
Yeah, the feds won't release it, stating there's evidence on the footage. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. But I would love to see that freaking footage. Him and Michelle. Like, these are 2 of the most deserving people of a downfall.
I would love to see the camera. Just them just getting arrested. Just them getting handcuffs put on them. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Yeah.
5 minutes. That's all I'm asking.
So I do think as well that there's going to be some more superseding indictments coming.
We do too.
Without question.
We do too.
I mean, it doesn't matter if those freaking gold bars. Like, you have to claim that stuff. And David is.
Those were smuggled.
He's proven that. Oh, jeez.
Those were smuggled in from New Zealand. I found out. Yep. They were smuggled in.
Is, yo, bro, he could be looking at 1,000 years, bro.
Those weren't claimed. We know that for fucking sure, dude. They weren't claimed.
You're smuggling gold from other countries, bro. Feds do not play about money.
No.
At all.
I'm sure that.
At all.
I wonder if they knew about that gold. When they found that gold, I wonder. I know, but prior to, I wonder if they knew about that fucking stack of gold.
Yeah, I mean, but look, the feds are quiet, man. They're probably investigating him they were investigating him for years.
And
for years, for sure.
Yeah, and the gold, Joseph was the one that made the deal and then passed it up to Michelle, so she got the clothes on it, right? Joseph was the initial connect to the person in New Zealand, was going to be a cash deal. They switched it over to gold. I asked, hey, was that gold claimed? They're like, no. How'd it get in? Smuggled it? How'd they get it in? Don't know, but it wasn't claimed, and they brought it in a little bit at a time. I'm like, ooh, okay.
I wonder what the plan was. You can't just go and take that to a bank. The bank's going to want, a paper trail.
Where'd you get this gold from?
I wonder what the hell that plan was.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, I wonder what the hell the plan was. That's so freaking retarded.
Yep. Joseph was definitely very involved with the moving of that gold. I can fucking tell you that. That camper we saw, Uncle Jake, remember how we said that's Joseph Camper? That was Michelle. That was how the fucking gold got transported. In that fucking little camper we said that was Joseph's home. It was actually Michelle's. That's where they transported the gold.
Wow, that's crazy. Those people are crazy. They were just doing federal crimes all over the place.
Oh, yeah. It's like, hey, not only were you smuggling it, but you guys were literally interstate transporting, like, felonies and shit like that. It's like...
You know what else can come out of this? If he had any one of those women being transferred from one state to another state and he was having sex with them, that goes into human freaking trafficking.
He was. That's why.
Human trafficking.
He was. He was in North Carolina and he's having women brought to him. That's where this whole Plan B shit's coming into play. Like forced abortions because you're out there sleeping with women and you're having women brought to you so you could fuck them.
Bro, there's so much they could get him with. I mean, he could easily be looking at really freaking 400-something years easily.
Yeah, they could come in after they
trafficking can carry life.
Yeah, and even after they charge him initially and they find more crimes, they could walk right into a cell, hand him another indictment. You're getting indicted again.
I mean, because what? He's already at over 100 years at
200.
A maximum right now.
He's at 200 right now with all the charges. Each charge carries a 20-year sentence.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as a max, yeah.
As a max, yes.
And if it's... but, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, he's not going to survive a 20-year sentence.
No.
So any of it's a death sentence.
Yep.
And I don't see him anywhere.
Yeah.
So like last year when this happened, you were kind of talking about. I was saying he'd probably only get like 15 out of this. No, with all this, nah. He's getting a 40 piece at a minimum.
Yeah. And the judge.
That's the judge being nice.
Yeah, the judge could be like, no, I'm giving you consecutive terms on every count, 200 years. Setting an example. And he could. The judge could make, like you said, hey, the judge can make that decision. No, what you did here, nope, you can never be out on the streets again. Stacking them.
Yo, there's got to be a party, man. I don't know what you got planned for the sentencing day.
Well,
should be something.
Yeah, we have some plans for being up there to watch the trial if he doesn't plea out.
Yeah.
I definitely would like to attend as part of this judicial process. And we've talked about it is this isn't to go and troll. This is to go and watch this process, right? Finish this through all the way. Make sure it's done, David deserves to see us there for all the work we put in. He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. And I'm also glad you wrote him a letter. That was a really great thing to send him a letter.
Yeah. Just to let him know how things are. Just to tell him.
Hopefully your letter makes him, gets him to reflect a little bit. Maybe it'll make him normal for a good 5 minutes.
Dude, I think that letter is gonna fucking destroy him, honestly. I really do.
Well, if it does, that's a bit of humanity. So,
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
mean,
that's how I was looking at it. Like, hopefully, this letter just fucking psych fucks him and just destroys him from the inside out.
did you have plans to make the letter public?
Nah, some of it, like, if people ask, if people bring up topics, I'll tell them about it. But for the most part, I kept it pretty basic, you know. Told them about
Yeah.
certain aspects of who I was talking to, but I won't mention here. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
how it went down with certain sources, but I won't mention, right? And I never mentioned who the sources
Right.
were. Things I did mention were like, you know, all the people that you thought were close to you. Guess what? By the time you get this letter, most of them are gonna have turned their back on you because they're all finding out that you're a fucking fraud. It's just, I wish I could be
And
there.
rightly so.
I wish I could be there on the wall when he reads that fucking letter.
And rightly so.
Yeah.
So there was one other thing I was going to mention. You were talking about the other day with his diet and medication inside.
Yes.
The feds give out a whole lot of starch. Everything's freaking starch in there. So that's horrible for somebody in his condition.
Yeah. And they don't have diabetic meals, right?
So I'm sure they do. But I work for the county, and the county is governed by, or at least where I am, a jail standards that the county and the state are run by. I don't know what model the feds are run by, because I've seen some crazy stuff at the feds that would never fly under, in the county where I worked at or the state. So I've seen some stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, that's a different level right there.
Like, that's pushing it. Like,
I even had to
like shit you wouldn't serve to your dog type deal.
What is that?
Is it like shit you wouldn't serve to your dogs?
Well, no. The food inside of the once a person gets to, all right. So before they're sentenced, they're in kind of a holding jail, right? It's like where he is right now, still federal, but it's not a prison.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a holding. There, they get the worst food. It's freaking basically like bread and fruit.
Starch, canned foods, yeah.
Sometimes it's like some maybe some slimy kind of meat or whatever, but it's mostly bread and fruit. And if you're not getting commissary, which I'm sure he is, that's what you're eating, which is trash. So he's probably getting commissary, and commissary is full of very high salt foods. Freaking the like ramen noodles kind of stuff.
Salt,
and
preservatives.
all types of stuff it's horrible stuff. So that's what he's having, and that's probably what he's eating the most of, because as you mentioned before, he was used to living whatever type of high life and lots all the time, where now he's in a situation where it's, really low level garbage, just enough to keep you alive, or tasty garbage. It's really bad for you. So if he's still trying to live like that, then he's going to be ordering a lot of commissary and eating a lot of garbage. That's what he's going to be eating.
Which will
once he goes through his his health. But once he gets to his like holding location where he's going to spend a significant amount of time because he's finished all that type of stuff, the food will be better. For sure. The food will definitely be better, and it'll be better than what he would be getting at the county jails or the state.
Okay.
Not saying it's eating. It's just better than what he's getting now at Melon, for sure.
It's so befitting, though, for David to get the type of food that he's getting now, though, right? When you really think about it, it's like, good, I'm glad he's eating sloppy-ass food.
If he's smart, he would lay off all that bread. He would drop a bunch of weight, and his health would improve. He just would start not eat the bread there, not eat the commissary, just eat the other stuff, and just live on the fruit. But he's not that type of guy. You know that. I know that. So
yeah.
Oh, here's the other thing. I'll tell you this. So if they do get him with some sort of like rape charge, especially if it comes out to a child, then he's going to be in some serious trouble. Because I've heard stories about what happens if you go to a medium or a high in federal prison. So, there's a high, there's a max, there's a medium, there's a low, and then there's a camp. At a camp, there's no gates, and some of them you could really just walk off. It's a minimum custody. Like, there's been cases of people who go there for a weekend and then that's their sentence and they go home.
Yeah.
Super, super light stuff. But he's going to go to a medium or a high for sure. Without question, he's going to at least a medium or a high. It would take him about, to work his way down to like a lower cap. It's a lot. And it's not, it'll be like 20 years for him to work himself down. But anyway, so what people have told me about a medium is that you need a shower buddy.
Yes. Yes. I watched this channel, bro. I watched this channel. It's called Off the Yard. And that's what this guy talks about because he was at a medium in high security. And it talks about what it's like on those yards. And he's like, yeah, when you're in those medium to high, you have a shower buddy. You don't go anywhere alone.
Watch your back while you take a shower.
Exactly. So you don't get fucking raped.
And you wear your shoes. You wear your shoes in the shower in case you have to fight.
Yes. Jeez. That's what this guy said. He's like, when I went out of my cell, always had my fucking shoes on because you never knew what the fuck was gonna happen. He's like, you always had your shit laced up. Always. And
so,
like you were saying, how David, because of the charges are so serious, that's why they're gonna put him up on a high yard.
Oh, yeah. There's no way he's going to the law. Nah. He's a good, I mean, depending on what, I think to go to a camp, he'd have to have less than 10 years. And you have to work your way down to a camp. And that takes a long time. So, again, I think he's going to die in prison. Yeah. I think, though, the only thing that would suck is that since he's pulling the preacher role, he might get a bit more protection from other inmates in there.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be people that are going to listen to him. You know, right or wrong, whatever he's going to be saying, they're going to listen to them. You know, they're bored. You know, what I mean, he's going to be a bit of entertainment.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, it won't. If he gets into any fights, it's not going to be as many as we would wrongly hope to see.
Yeah.
But he's still not going to make it, bro. He's going to die in prison.
We always said a 20-year sentence is a life sentence for David. He would never make it.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. So, bro, you've called everything, like when you're talking about this stuff, especially when the other day you're talking about him sitting down and him struggling to lift those fat legs. Mm-hmm. And then I put that he's kind of like Godzilla. You know, Godzilla's super bottom heavy.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think you've been spot on about everything with this guy.
Well, he did what we read in like the certain court documents is that he started suffering from fucking severe kidney issues. He went into a diabetic coma. Now,
yeah, that's rough.
Just what I've learned in the medical coding field because I deal so much with those conditions.
Yeah.
Because it's diabetes is a chronic condition that a lot of people have, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I learned in all this, if you're having diabetic ketoacidosis, you're having heart issues also. If you're having that, you're having liver issues most likely because your heart's not functioning properly. Your heart stops functioning properly, all your main organs start to fuck up. Liver, lungs, kidneys, spleen, pancreas, what the fuck ever. Your thyroid, everything fucks up. Now for David,
100%.
David to have diabetic ketoacidosis, that tells me he is uncontrolled, that his heart is unhealthy as fuck. I know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Kidneys are next. Exactly. Uncle Jake says kidneys are next.
Yeah.
Spleen, take your liver out of there, especially with David eating a fucking lobster diet. I'm sure his liver was fatty as fuck. He's probably got a mess. An endocrinologist fucking wet dream. Like, David would be like a case study. Like, damn, how can we fix this guy? Like, this guy's fucked up.
Bro, my dad was a bodybuilder. He was pretty thin. He became diabetic because of his eating habits. I mean, bro, he would eat a plate of food, drink basically 2 liters of soda, and he would drink beer all day. Yeah. So, like, and all those things you said, all those things happened to him. The heart, the freaking kidneys, the feet, which is a really big thing. I mean, like, all those issues are issues that my dad had, and he eventually passed away from them. He had a kidney transplant and all of that stuff. So all of that is coming. And David's, you know, he's never seen a gym. This freaking bastard's never been in a gym.
He's seen a gym, but all his equipment has dust all over because he never used it. Yeah.
Hey, so, but bro, listen, it was great talking to you, man, and you're dedicating so much time to this is definitely inspiration, and I think about once this is over, if you move to another target that deserves it, that deserves this type of attention, the future of your channel and all that.
Oh, we're looking real deep right now for some people, and we've come across some fucking characters like, who the fuck is this shithead? Well, trust me, they are, dude. These guys are fucking like a goddamn bunny rabbit farm, man. Jesus Christ, they're
There's a
fucking,
lot of them.
dude. It's like one goes down, 100 pop up. It's weird. It's
Well, look, David's been my favorite, but I do look at a lot of other cult members, and I've seen reviews of a lot of other cult members, so I look at that stuff too, and
yeah.
and I really like that you're partnering more with Vanessa. I watch her channel too. She's cool as hell.
Vanessa's good people.
She's really
Yeah.
she's really
shout out
cool as
Vanessa.
hell.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Shout out to Vanessa for sure.
Yeah, hey man, you call in anytime, bro. Anytime you want to call in and just give us some background information, like thoughts from a law enforcement perspective, dude, it's always fucking welcome, man. Always. Don't ever feel like you
sure.
can't call and like give us your fucking your thoughts, man, because it's so it's priceless. It is.
Yeah, no, and thank you. I appreciate that, and
Yeah.
and I will. There's been a few times I've been trying to stay in the chat, bro. Look, so I kind of see some stuff in chat, but yeah, I'll definitely call in.
Tracking.
When there's appropriate for sure.
All right, be good, man. Thanks for your time, brother.
I'm just A2, man.
All right, bye.
All right, bro. Later.
All right, cool. TTYO, nice. All right, so nice. That's from retired law enforcement. That's one of our community members, and giving his perspective on, hey, this is what happens, man. This is what happens. This is how it's like behind, the jail, what kind of food it is. If David's eating commissary, it's no better. I mean, the jail, he's got jail food or commissary. Neither one is good for him. Like old boy was saying, TTYL, like TTYL, you know what else happened to David is he had lower leg edema, man. His leg started swelling, got a fucking blood clot in his leg. Because you know why? Because all he did was fucking lay around like the fucking land walrus he is, man. He just laid around all day. That was part of his problem, is the fact that he didn't get up and ambulate and move around and fucking exercise. You start building up fucking fluid and shit. For David having congestive heart issues, when your heart doesn't work, you build up fluid on your legs. All kinds of fucked up shit, like Uncle Jake says. Uncle Jake's wife was a dialysis nurse. 50% of her patients were diabetic. That's typically the case. Diabetic, CKD. Like when you, in the ICD-10, in the coding book for medical coding, diabetes and CKD are all linked together. Hypertension, CKD, diabetes, they're all linked. You know what, Lavelle? Dude, I think for the last 5 years, actually, David, I think actually Ashley was his last fucking hoorah. Like, that was his last time he was ever going to be able to get off. And I think that was even, probably he had to fucking squeeze that one out. But David being so unhealthy, dude, seriously, I don't think he could even probably maintain an erection, dude. I don't even want to think about that because I can't think of a walrus having an erection. But, especially one looking like David. But I've talked to Matt more about this, and with your mental health decline, unhealthy eating habits, like, dude, your sexual health will also decline. That's not a bullshit fucking story either. Your health will decline if you don't take care of yourself, man. It will. Oh, let's see what David could buy at the commissary. This is the BOP commissary list. All right, let's see here. That's a pretty nice little this is a pretty nice list. Photo tickets, stamps, pastries, honey buns, pastry special, chips, coffee, sweeteners. Oh, nice. All the shit that's like really bad for David. Pasta. Well, at least they get vitamins and shit like that. Deodorant, shaving cream, laundry soap. David's, I don't need any laundry soap. He's like, I don't wash my hands. Hey, what's up, Sketch? We're talking about how David was threatening the jail staff. But right now, Uncle Jake sent me a list of what's on the BOP commissary list, and we're just kind of going through it. Laundry, soap, miscellaneous. I wonder if they have pads on here. Let's see. Greeting cards, 5 total. Boxers. David's all, I don't wear boxers. He's all, I don't wear underwear. I just shit in my pants. Mesh shorts. You can get some earbuds, AM, FM radio. David's all, hey, cheese sauce? That sounds good to me. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Candy, limit 5 each. Candy of the month. Damn, they put a limit even on the fucking candy. Powder drink mix, rice and beans. Fiber therapy powder, which is basically, that's what David needs, is some fucking fiber therapy powder so he could shit. Yeah, see if they have bacon grease on here. Prices are subject to change without notice. Soda pop, Diet Pepsi, Pepsi, Pop Special 12 pack, $7.80. Let's see here. Miscellaneous items. Poncho, no. Commissary bag. Oh, so you could buy thermals and stuff too. Laundry, shaving, deodorant. I'm trying to see if they have like incontinent items for David. Metamucil, yeah, basically. It's Metamucil, yeah. Fiber therapy powder. So you could take a shit because David's probably so backed up from all the fucking cheese whiz he's eating. So those are like condiments. Block cheese, cheese spread, smoked Gouda cheese, pizza sauce, mashed potatoes, fingernail clipper, scissors, do-rag, wave brush, multivitamins, fiber powder. Oh yeah, it's that fiber powder. Had a morning shift. Now I'm awake. Yeah, we're looking at the reading list. This is what David has to pick from. This is kind of cool. Like, this is what David's life has been reduced to. Federal Department of Corrections. Cocoa butter, baby power, cough drops. I'm trying to see if they have anything for like bump stopper. No. Do we see any pads? We should at least put some money on there for David so he could buy some pads. Oh yeah, all this stuff. Oh yeah, all this stuff is. Oh man, it is. It's all high. It is. It's all high sugar, high sodium, high preservatives. I mean, well yeah, because David wears maxi pads. TTYL. The Klingon Commandant. Yeah. Laundry soap. David's all, I don't need laundry soap because I don't even wash my ass. Why would I need laundry soap? He's like, who needs laundry soap? Yeah, I don't see any maxi pads on here. Got some ramen, honey buns. He's probably buying some of this shit here. He's probably buying some of it. Like, damn, what did he styling gel in prison for? Get people to sew into David's commissary funds. Yeah, like, there's no health food. Maybe some wheat crackers. Some fucking brown rice. The vitamins. the medication. There's briefs. Okay, there's underwear. David's all, I don't wear underwear. I don't need any of them. Laundry soap. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing healthy. Chips, tea, coffee, sweeteners, powdered drink mix, soups, chili, ramen noodles, mackerel tuna, beef sticks, crackers, cookies, nuts, assorted food items, cheese, sauces. Nothing good for David. Matt and Milo, David was threatening the jail staff. Has been. Whether or not he is now, I don't know if he is anymore, but he was. And somebody lost their job over it. Somebody lost their job over it. Yep. Yeah, he was threatening the jail. He was telling the jail staff, what he's telling the jail staff is like, I'm going to have my fucking members find out where your family is and where you guys live. Yeah, like a dumb fuck. Like a dumb shit, right? He's already in jail for fucking doing stupid shit, and he just continues to choose option D, right? He's like, you know what? Option D must stand for dumb shit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take option D. Option D must stand for David's. That's probably why he picks option D always. He's all, the D must stand for David, so option D must always be right. Yeah. Yeah, for real. Option D, option David. He's all, I'm gonna take David, okay? No, Kevin, I don't. No. It's just like when you think, right? We always say just when you think David couldn't get any fucking dumber, he goes and does some shit like that, right? That's what I mean. It's like on Dumb and Dumber, right? He's all, where did you get that? He's all, traded it straight up to some kid for the van. See, once he says, gets 50 miles to the gallon, this hog. So I still want to go to Aspen. He's all, just when I thought you couldn't get any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself. Yeah. It's like David never disappoints the community. And I think that's what I'm hoping for with all this, is that he doesn't disappoint us. Well, hey, Trip 9. Dude, he's already trying to control how discovery and the evidence is being released on the prosecution side. He's all, I get to control how you guys release all that information. Okay? The apostle gets to tell you how to do that. The apostle gets to tell you how to do your job. Okay? You do it how I tell you to do it. And God tells me to tell you this. But no, it's not going to work. It won't work, Trip 9. He's already trying to, and they're like, fuck out of here. Chris, David's been talking shit to the jail staff. He's literally been threatening the jail staff. What he was saying, what he was telling them, Chris, is that he's going to have his members find out where the fucking jail staff live and shit, and their families live and shit like that. Because he takes option D, option David. Because he thinks D for David. So yeah. Probably his cult members. His cult members would be buying him shit. His cult members, his followers, oh yeah, we just need to go ahead and fund him because, he's just being persecuted like the apostle. But no. No. Maybe they took his commissary privileges away. Fucking solitary for 6 months, commissary stripped away, and then fucking extra duty for like 6 months. That would be awesome. That would be awesome to do that. Like, that would be the ultimate punishment for something like that. Like, take his commissary away, put him on confinement for 6 months, and then make him do extra duty every day for 6 months. Make him be a little fucking punk ass bitch. Make him serve out fucking food to the other inmates. Make him, like, I don't know, clean the shitters or something. I don't know. But make him do some fucking manual labor. Nah, no, nobody's coming. He's going to get whatever time he gets, TG, it'll be the rest of his life. David will serve out the rest of his life in prison. Let me just put it that way. I don't necessarily know that he'll get life, but anything over a 20-year sentence for David, that will be the rest of his life in prison. He won't make it out. If he does, Michelle, she could be very well be looking at the rest of her life too, man. Michelle's looking at some serious shit. Conspiracy charges, like TTYL was saying, like, dude, conspiracy, once they start throwing that shit around, you might as well just turn yourself in. Because you knew. You knew. Michelle's very well could be looking at life too. But Michelle has more promising future than David, that's for sure. Let's put it that way. Michelle's future, a little bit brighter than David's. Not so much, but just a little bit brighter, okay? But Michelle's future, unless she goes full fucking state's evidence and snitches on everything, on everybody, she might get a reduced sentence, but she's got 8 of the charges, man. She's got 8 of the charges, TGB, and that's a lot. Like Vanessa was saying, they want Michelle. She's got a lot of charges. Had they given Michelle like 2 of the charges, be a different story, right? But the fact that she's sitting on so many. No, and that's you know, Trip 9, I hate to say it, but I think that's probably coming out on the 16th, possibly. Don't know. We got to pay real close attention to the vocabulary, what they're telling us in those documents when they file them. That's it. We have to pay close attention to the vocabulary. That's what will matter in all of this, the vocabulary. What are they telling us in the court documents? For like the fucking 10 millionth time, this trial will not be on fucking public broadcast, okay? Let me say it again. This trial will not be public broadcasted. Let me say it one more time. This trial will not be on public broadcast. Let me say it just again. This trial will not be publicly broadcasted because it is a federal trial. That's not how these work. There is a list of people who can go in the courtroom. Other than that, there will be an overflow. And that's that. That's that. Let me say it one more time. No federal trials are ever televised. Any federal trial. No federal trials are televised. They've fuck, what was it, Uncle Jake, 1940 or some shit? No federal trials are televised. Nope. Don't do it. Matt, I'll have to send you this fucking channel that I put on for the dogs during the day. It's called the Stray Dogs Walkers, or Stray Dog Walkers or something. Or no, Stray Dog Walkers. Stray Dog Rockers. And it's a fucking channel, and it's these dogs like jamming on guitars and shit. It's fucking rad. Kind of looks like Milo. Yeah, it's called Stray Dog Rockers. Yeah, check it out. It's pretty dope, dude. They do like fucking mashups. Nah, fuck no. He's not going to be on court TV. Well, actually, he has been. He has been on A&E, right? He has been on fucking court TV. But not like the way he wants to be, like Johnny fucking Depp. Imagine. I imagine just like, it's like Michelle and David on at trial against each other. There is no footage in the trial, man. There's not going to be any footage. Not of the trial. I don't know how. Yeah, we don't know what evidence is on that, on those body cameras, man. We don't know what evidence is on those body cameras. There could be so much shit on those. I mean, they probably might not ever release them to the public, and they don't have to. That I know of. Yeah, I'm guessing some of the shit they don't have to release because of the evidence. But hey, TTYL, hey, you know they found 9 phones on David, right? They found 3 on him and then 6 in a safe. So there's that also, right? Like, say you're running a criminal operation without saying you're running a criminal operation. Dude, it's like, I would have loved to have been the Fed to open that safe and see fucking 6 phones. I would have loved to have been that agent That's normal to keep 6 phones in a safe when you have 3 on your person, actually. It's pretty normal. That's pretty normal behavior for anybody to put 6 phones in a safe. David's all, what? You don't put your 6 phones in a safe that you're not using? You don't put 6 phones in there? I do. I do. 6 phones. That's a good place for them. They're safe. They're safe in a safe, okay? Yeah. What was in those phones? Huh? Yeah. And TTYL, like we were talking earlier, like he put all of his fucking evidence in his phones talking about how he's beating his own fucking staff. It's like, they don't need David. They don't need David. They don't need him. They have his phones. They have his phones. If David goes to trial and if he tries to fucking fight these charges, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. They have him dead to rights just with his phones as evidence. Your Honor, we'd like to call General David E. Taylor's iPhone to the stand, and they would just read everything into the record. David sold himself out. Oh, that was, hey, TTYL. That's one of the things I put in the letter to David. Hey, David, you know what's funny about this is, like, David, you literally gave the feds the keys to the kingdom in your own fucking phone because you're too stupid. Because you're too fucking dumb to realize that the feds were going to get you. I dug at him on that. I was like, dude, you did it yourself. I was like, you gave the feds your phone. You documented the abuse in your phones and the feds have it and we see it. And I was like, you literally painted a whole fucking... Yeah, that's what I told him. I was all, dude, now the feds have the keys to the kingdom, David. And TTYL, I always said, man, you get David's phone, you get the whole operation. And guess what? They got his phones. Guess what? They have the whole operation now. Everything went to David. David was it. That was the stopping and ending point. Everybody, everything went to him. Information, names, phone numbers, addresses, money, women, drugs, DoorDash, lobster, crabs, pads, everything, all roads led to David. And his phones? Evidence. Evidence. Like the day that fucking document came out, and it let us know what kind of piece of shit David was. Fuck, dude. About what? Yeah, 1945 TGB. Yeah. Yeah, that's all true. 1945. Yeah. Yeah. The insanity to not take a plea at this point. Yeah. David E. Taylor, he's a cult leader. They found a bunch of phones on him, man, and we always said if you get into his phones, yeah, he knows what was on those phones. He knows what was on those phones. Hell yeah, he does. Now that and everybody else does too. We don't know what we know what's on there. We just don't know to what extent. We just don't know to what extent. I don't. That's the thing. Like, I feel for the agents that have to go through and find like abuse material. Like, I couldn't. I would get too drawn in, and I'd get personal. Hold on. That's annoying. Go lay down. So, go back to your stream. Go finish your live stream. Yep. Kept his own diary, man. He kept his own diary, TTYL. And those documents, even the prosecutor, the way she laid it out, she's like, these are literally typed by David E. Taylor's own fucking fingers. Like, this is him documenting his own abuse of his own members. And then the defense is, oh, he was just reflecting. He was just reflecting, yeah. Yep, Bruce Rivers, self-snitching. I actually emailed him. Yeah, they got Michelle's phones as well. Fuck yeah, they did. Hell yeah, they got Michelle's phone. Fuck yeah. Goddamn right they did. Hey, Parms, what up? Yep. Hey, man, I always say, hey, what's the first thing they fucking go for now when they arrest people? Their fucking phones, man. Your fucking phone, dude. Anytime you get arrested, let me see your phone. Said the diary was just inventing. Yeah, they got all the phones. And the thing is, this is how the feds, I think, would have done it. This is just a theory. They would have found out how many phones, 200 plus iPhones, about 700 devices, digital devices. I know 200 of them were iPhones. So, how I think they would have done it, they would have found out how many iPhones they had. They would have got a warrant, went to Apple, said, look, this is what we need. It was this many phones. They were purchased this date. We don't know what the ID numbers are, but we can tell you what card they were purchased with under what name. And this is why we need them. The warrant probably wouldn't give too many details, but I know that Apple and Android have teamed up with the FBI. When they come in with warrants for shit like this, yeah, here you go. Fuck, take it. You're busting criminals? Yeah, we'll give it to you. We'll give it to you. As they should. There should be no fucking questions asked when the feds walk in to say Apple to get a fucking warrant for phones. They should fucking give it right up. Yeah, you're busting criminals? Yeah, here you go. What do you need? So, yeah. Yep. They would be like, look, we don't know the serial numbers, but here's a warrant. It's 200, and they were purchased on this date around this time. Like, oh, yeah, here they are. Here's the ID numbers, and the feds will go and do their work. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's exactly right. The feds they'll get the ID numbers of the phone and they'll just fucking tap them, man. Yep. That's exactly right. Feds knew how many phones they were taking. They knew what was going to be taken. They knew where it was going to be taken from. But you know what, TTYL? Dude, I still wonder if the feds knew about the gold. I wonder if they knew about that gold. Yeah, I think they wiretapped the main characters, right? David, Michelle, Joseph, Kia. Yeah, they would have had to in order to seize. Yeah. Yep. Well, TTYL, you know what Michelle was doing? She was in the process of changing her name. Michelle was in the process of changing her name again. That's right. The gold would have had to have been on the warrant. So they knew. They knew. Oh, yeah, Joe Nobody. Fuck yeah, he is threatening the staff. Yeah. I was saying TTYL, that phone call. Feds would have called Miss Brennan doesn't need that passport paperwork. She's not going to be going anywhere for a while. You can go and take that paperwork and we'll have one of our guys come down and get it. Where is the gold now? In federal custody. It's in federal custody. The feds have it. Yeah, the feds have it. It's in federal custody now, because it was criminal acts, man. It's in criminal acts. The feds have it now. They're like, hey, fucking payday, right on. Yeah, and you know, we'll continue to hear David do more stupid things in the future. I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, the feds have it gaining value. Exactly. Exactly. Who am I here? Yeah, to smuggle gold. They take that shit pretty fucking serious. That's Secret Service shit. That's where like Secret Service gets involved, not the feds. About $500,000 worth. Yeah, I knew it when it was David writing to me, that fucking sausage finger little prick. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a big deal because smuggling gold, you can take it anywhere. You can take it anywhere. I remember when I worked at CVS, man. Long story short, fucking Banditos guy came in, right? I used to work cashier. We had to learn about fraud. Anyways, dude comes in, buys a cartload of just bullshit, right? He whips out a fucking whole wad of cash, tries to mix in a fucking a bleached $100 bill with a bunch of other bills. Is all, dude, this is a fake bill. Fake ass bill. Is like, dude, I have to take this bill. And he's like, oh, I didn't know it was fake. I was like, well, I got to take the bill. And then he's like, well, can I go to the car and get a bill so I can buy all this stuff? I was like, yeah, sure thing. I was like, but I got to take the bill and I'm going to call the police and they're going to come and take this. And then that's going to be that. So, and we had this bill detector and you put it under, the fucking bill lit up like like a piece of white paper. No, there's nothing David can do about this. No, there's absolutely nothing he can do. David thought he was in control all this time, TGB, and we had to remind him that he's not. Yeah. Yeah, the cop told me, he's like, this goes to Secret Service, actually, man. He's like, this goes up to Secret Service. Anything having to do with money and fucking bogus bills. Yeah, he's like, this goes up the chain, dude. Yeah, he did. He's been talking shit to the jail staff. Yes. That is not a lie, man. That's not a bullshit lie. Wouldn't say it. Little fucking bird flew in my window a few weeks back. Yeah. I didn't want to give out the details too soon. Wanted to wait a little while. But yeah, what he was telling them specifically is, I'm going to have my people find out where your families live. Where you live. Oh, he's making threats to him. He was threatening him, saying, I'm going to have my people find out where you live. Because the jail staff gets threatened, right? Like, I'm going to do this to you, but... Yeah, that'll go to the judge. Exactly. That'll go to the judge. Yes. His conduct behind bars isn't helping him. It's not. He's just making his case worse. And that's, hey, what up, curly girl? How you doing today? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Threatening the jail staff. It's not good. Like, the jail staff gets threatened, but he stepped outside of the jail and was threatening the families. Say, I'm going to find out where your families live. Curly girl, David's threatening the jail staff. More or less, yeah. Being a real asshole to him, talking shit to him, threatening him. Say, I'm going to find out, have my people find out where you live, where your families live, where your kids live. Yeah. Taking the or else option is as per usual, per David. That's David's. Yeah. And you know, Vanessa, what my source said at the time? They don't know. I don't think they've... Like, they're going to. They just don't know how. Not yet. But that's what they were looking at initially, yes. That's what they're looking at, what I was told. Yeah, and that's the thing, right, Parbs? Jail staff have no problem let the other inmates know, like, this guy right here. They wouldn't have to say shit to him, be like, see this guy right here? Yeah. Check him. That's all they'd have to say, probably. Check him. Check him. This guy's got some dirty paperwork. That's all it'll happen. That's how it'll happen. Hey, appreciate you, Beyond John. Yes, and that's, Vanessa, that's something this bird told me, is that they weren't sure how they were going to charge it, or he's getting write-ups. I know that for sure, and that was part of it. That was part of it. He was getting write-ups because he was threatening the staff. Like, he really is being a shithead inmate. That's exactly what I was told, Vanessa, is that he's not being a model inmate at all. Being a complete fucking prick to everybody, thinking he runs shit, circumventing the fucking phone process, right? Circumventing the rules with the fucking phones. That's all part of it. I think that's what we could be looking at, Curly Girl. That's kind of what the words was used, terroristic threats. Yes. Yeah, he thinks he's God. Like, are we surprised? This is the guy who thinks he's fucking Moses. And the pontiff and the pope who says, Moses of our generation. Hey, Miriam, how you doing? Yeah, emboldened by the protection he's receiving before the trial. Yet, according to the cult, they call him preach. No, they don't. On David with pictures. Well, you know, there are some things that I put in there, TTYL, in that letter. Kind of things that you ain't gangster. Try talking like that in there, you little fucking punk. That's what I was telling him. I was like, I bet you ain't acting fucking tough now, are you, Mr. Fucking I was a gangster? Shit like that, you know? That's, yeah, I put some shit in there. He ain't gonna want that letter falling into other people's hands, I can tell you that. He ain't wanting that letter falling into anybody else's hands except his own. That's what I'm thinking. Who dat? Who dat? He'll ad seg. He'll ask for ad seg. Yep. Yep. Once the trial's over and he's convicted, we'll never hear from him again. You're right. He'll turn over like into a little fucking bitch. Exactly. We'll never hear from him again. That'll be the end of David, man. And that will be that. His ego and his fucking pride will die with him in prison. And nobody's gonna give a fuck. They will. He'll be in Gen Pop. And Curliger, what we were talking about earlier is what level he'll go up to. Because of the severity of the crimes, he'll go up to possibly 3, 4, or 5. I don't think he'll go up to a level 5. Level 5 is for pretty fucking heavy hitters like fucking mafiosos and shit like that, you know? But definitely 3 or 4. Yep. TGB, I already wrote him a letter. I'm not going to write him another one. Nope. No way. I'm not writing him another letter. There's no fucking way I'll write him another letter. I wrote a 20-page letter to him already, and he got it, hopefully. I haven't seen it get sent back yet, so I'm guessing he got it. And I let him know. He's probably thinking it's going to help him at trial somehow or some way, or there's some kind of evidence in there. Like, no. There's nothing really in there that is pertinent that will help him. I know. Once he's serving his time, he will be some men's woman, and he won't have Plan B. Yeah, and Curly, this was happening a couple months ago. This was happening just before he got transferred over. He was threatening the staff. Yep. Yep. And yeah, if he's doing that, it's what is that telling you? He's getting scared, or he's cracking, or maybe trying to be the big man on the fucking block, you know? Try to fucking show who's Mr. Badass, but it's ultimately going to backfire on him. Probably already has, we just don't know it. This is a call from the federal prison. Yeah. It's they got the march on the 11th, which nobody's going to fucking be there to listen to them anyways. They're going to look totally fucking dumb, which is fine because they never seem to fail us, so that's fine. And all for what? And here's the thing, like the cult's out here doing all this work to try to get him out of jail, right? And David's doing everything to keep himself in jail. It's like, we're gonna really put out a lot of hard work to get you out, sir. He's like, fuck that, I'm gonna stay in here, I'm gonna talk shit to the staff, fucking threaten them, be a real fucking asshole to everybody. I don't want to get out. I want to stay in, okay? This is actually the best shutaway I've ever been in. I got 3 hots, a cot, you know, and I have my own fucking room now. Yeah, Washington's full of protesters and tourists, yeah. And what's even better, Daniela, is they're going when it's like basically spring break for fucking Washington. There's going to be nobody there. There's going to be nobody there in Washington this week when they go. Nobody's going to fucking be there to listen to this idiots. It's going to fall on deaf fucking ears. We keep saying it. It's going to fall on deaf ears. Like, we're going to go anyways. We'll see it. That, you know, Parbs, you bring up a good point. Like, it's okay to belong to a church, but like, if you're going to a church for like the attention of the pastor, you're going for the wrong reason. I know, David, I got 3 hots and a cot and a fucking husband named Bubba who fucking loves me. Leave me alone. Right, Kim? He's like, I get honey buns whenever I want. Okay? I got a lifetime supply of honey buns in here. I'm not going anywhere. What if David goes on a strict honey bun diet, just comes out all fucking racked? David's all, fuck that. You ever seen somebody get racked on a honey bun diet? Watch the honey bun bishop do this shit. Watch him come out in like 20 years fucking just stacked, like fucking yoked out. Damn, David, how'd you do that? Do you know my secret? Honey buns. David's buns are getting glazed. That's true. Well, once they find out he's a fucking pedo fuck, yeah. Hey, I appreciate you being here, Scatty. Hit that like and subscribe, man. Yeah, it does. And you know, that's, Scatty, the way we look at it, right? Like, these are somebody's kids. Like, these people belong to somebody, and this guy did fucked up shit to them. That's why we were so outspoken about it. It has nothing to do with religion, man. This was criminal, dude. That's why he's fucking in jail. That's why this piece of shit's in fucking jail. Yeah, if you're ever having a shitty fucking day, just be like, man, David's in jail. He's in prison. He's in federal fucking prison right now. Not only is he in prison, but he's got chronic fucking diarrhea on top of that. Okay? Fuck the prison. Like, if David was out right now and I just knew that he had chronic diarrhea, like, I still, that would probably be enough for me still, because that's a prison of its own. David would just be sitting on the shitter 24/7. If you think you're above finding yourself following a cult, you're deceived. Yeah. Yep. Some people tattoo a tear under their eye for their friend in prison. David's all, I wear maxi pads. David has maxi pads stuck on his wall for each friend in prison. Each one of his homies that goes to prison, he's going to stick a used pad on the wall. So that one's for Joseph. Boom, that one's for Michelle. Sick fuck. But yeah, Scatty, it's pretty fucked up, man, what this guy did. And it's comforting that we all know he's in fucking federal lockup now, man. And that the process worked, right? There were steps we took on this community, in this channel, to make our government aware that we are no longer fucking sitting aside and letting you guys not do your fucking job. We're here. We know what we need to do now, and this is how we're going to do it. And you guys are going to do your fucking job. When it came down to this, hey, what up, Metal Jim? When it came down to this, we started finding out more and more fucked up shit the deeper down we went, Scatty, and it got shittier and deeper and darker. And the darker it went, yeah, no, we stayed on him. No, that was the only way it was going to stop. Like, art of war, man. How do you get to somebody you can't get to? You got to fucking figure out what it is. Pride, money, ego, right? David was easy. Fucking bully ass little bitch, right? Nobody's ever told that fat fucking walrus no. We did. We did. And we pulled up his fucking financials, put all his shit for everybody to fucking see, make their own decision. Yep. It is struggling, threatening the guards, right? Making his case worse, like we're just saying. Like, his cult's trying to get him out. He's trying to keep himself in for whatever fucking reason. I don't get it. David should have just went in there and shut the fuck up. Yeah, no, that's TTYL. That's the thing. TTYL. See that? Okay, right? That is. I'll get to your question in a minute, TGB. Ask me again. that is the one thing I found so comforting about this, right? David was taken out of his little fucking pedestal, out of his comfort zone, and thrust into a completely alpha dominated male environment, right? No women. There's no fucking fast food. He doesn't have people fucking waiting on him. And he's just fucking boom, here you go. That is that is what I that is what I found most I still find most comforting about all this, because it was all taken away from David like that. David, on the other hand, turned his shit up nice and slow on all the people he was with. For him, they took it all away. They took all that shit away, and they put him in the environment that he did to everybody else, but instantly. Like, that is a major psych fuck. Let me tell you, for somebody like David, fuck. You know, the drug, like me and Chris were talking about this the other day, that initial drug kick is gone, but he's going to suffer long-term effects from dope sickness. Okay? Well, at Scatty, we found out he was fucking detoxing too. All right? Opiate abuse. Opiate abuse, man. I don't know what specifically, but I'm guessing both sides of the spectrum. I'm guessing both sides of the spectrum, uppers and downers. David would need an upper to get him up, and then a walrus tranquilizer to put him to sleep. Oh yeah, opiate abuse. Fuck yeah. Opiate abuse. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Opiate abuse, man. He had access to that, and he knew it was good, and he knew it was better and best. So something to get you up in the evening, right? And then a fucking tranquilizer to put you down at night. But yes, it was opiate abuse. Yes. Oxycodone. Who knows? No, Parbs cocktail. I think it was a mix. I don't think it was any one pill. I think David was probably fucking putting any kind of pill in his body he could, without a doubt. If it got you fucked, if it could get David fucked up, if it was an opiate, yep, give it to me. I'll eat it. Xanax, yeah, for sure. Bars, whatever. Oh man, fucking popping pills is fun. It's dangerous. Pills are dangerous, man. You know why? Because it's the easiest route of ingestion. That's why. Straight down. It's easy. Fucking pop it, bam. It's down the pipe. There it goes. Ain't coming back up unless you fucking throw up or whatever. But once it's down, it starts to instantly absorb in your bloodstream. So, no. I think Daniel Ewan was the one that was getting him the product. I understand some of the titles on your vids now. Thanks for that context. No, I appreciate you, Scatty. No, I'm not Christian, dude. I don't go to church. I don't go to church, man. I'm not Christian. No practice. Yeah, addiction, opiates, man. Fuck yeah. We've talked about that. And Chris, dude, 15 years, dude, he was on opiates for, bro. That's what I found out, bro. He had been abusing opiates for the last 15 years, bro. Chronically, dude. Chronic. You know what, dude, you know what else that does to your fucking kidneys? Opiate abuse, holy shit. Fucking just wrecks your fucking kidneys. Yeah, I think they had street supplies for sure, Parbs. They had suppliers out on the street that they knew for sure. Yep. They were getting street narcotics. Yep. Destroys your body. Destroys your liver, your body, your breathing, your heart, everything. So. Yep. David abusing opiates. Worst. Somebody in his condition doing that. So I said, man, that little bird that flew in and told me. It's the same bird that told me about the fucking guards and shit. About David threatening the guards. That it looks like shit, you guys. Parbs, I was told he was detoxing heavily. That was the vocabulary. He's detoxing heavily. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. Off what? Don't know. But he's detoxing. Like he was literally shitting himself at one time. He had chronic fucking shits because not only was he detoxing, but he was getting like metformin and shit to help his diabetes. You're right, Parbs, but David had endless amounts of money. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. Hey, thanks, kid. David had endless amounts of money, so he could have fucking blew as much money as he wanted. Yeah, detoxing in the slammer, not a joke. That's scatty. Like when he got locked up, right? And then I found out afterwards he was detoxing. I was like, yes. I was like, yes. Not only that, it was even after, like he was, like he detoxing for almost 6 months. Like he was still dope sick at 6 months, and I'm like, fuck. And I asked some specialists. I was like, is that possible? They're like, I've seen worse, man. Seen worse. Exactly, it's the worst when you have the money to afford that for so long and then it gets cut off like that. Nope, not necessarily. No, not necessarily, Metal Jim. No, maybe give you some Suboxone or something like that, but yep, yeah, street addicts will pop 50s in one go. Yeah, no, no, popping pills is easy, man. It's super easy, trust me. It's so easy. That's how I relapsed last time, man. It's pills. Chopped some of them and I ate some of them. The only people they help in jail are alcoholics, not druggies. Okay, good. They made his ass go cold. Good, good, good. He deserved it. He deserved to go cold turkey like that. Being dope sick like that, your first time in jail and never having been in that situation. Oh, I know it couldn't happen to a nicer guy, right, Scatty? That's the thing, Scatty. Like, it was after the fact that I found out he was detoxing. I was like, fuck yeah. Well, TGB, the reason I started, I guess, is during COVID. It was during COVID. I remember that. And I don't even, I still think about this to this day, right? TGB, because I don't know what the initial hook was like, what was the drive? Like I've looked, I don't know. I don't know, TGB. I had more questions. I don't know. I don't know. It was during COVID, I know that for sure. And I think like going into COVID, we saw how greedy he was. But then there's like a lot of other things, man. There were like certain little fucking behavior habits I know. So what the fuck was that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. One of them was gibberish. Hearing him speak gibberish, like, what the fuck did he just say? People are like, oh, that's speaking in tongues. Like, what the fuck is tongues? Oh, it's the biblical language. What the fuck is that? And then when it has no real meaning, I'm like, okay, so this is just all a fucking sham. It's all a fucking sham. Deeper I dug into David, the deeper we found out, the more we found out, is it was progressive, man. It was progressive. I can't say it was like any one thing that said, oh, I'm going to do this because of this. No, it was a lot of things, man. It really was. Hearing him fucking speak gibberish, that was a big hook for me. I'll tell TGB, I can honestly say that was a hook for me. That right there. Hearing him speak gibberish the first time, where he fucking was like waving his hands around saying Roko Shukabaka, whatever the fuck he was. I would say that was probably one of the initial hooks for me. For sure. Because I'm educated. What the fuck did he just say? Oh, that's this language. What the fuck does it mean? Oh, well, it's what happens when you're in the Holy Spirit. The fuck? Yeah. Exactly. That was super suspect to me. Exactly. You don't want to see people get got. Yeah. And the other thing, TG, is fucking when I ran a business, I almost got scammed. I actually did. I lost time on my business. And I like it. And there's a lot of things, man. I don't like seeing a fucking bully. I don't like seeing a fucking bully, that's for sure. And this this took it, TG, to a whole new level. This took it to a whole new fucking level. Yep. Last scandal I recall is when Dave and Michelle were indicated, so there's more going on. Well, David's threatening the jail staff, yeah. Oh, man. No, he's threatening the jail staff now. So, yeah, he's making a complete fuck of himself, Sharita. Yep. David just won't shut the fuck up, and he's literally making it harder on himself every chance he gets. Yep. Yep. And we couldn't attend their service? Exactly. Yep. You weren't allowed to attend these services unless you were fucking vetted. Like, what church does that? Like, TGB, this church is supposed to be public and letting people in every Sunday. They don't. What kind of church is that? Yeah, Kia's victory report. Yeah, there's no fucking victory. There's no victory. There is none. The money's running out. They're having to pay for David's commissary. Exactly. TG, there was no public presence, giving nothing to community, to charity. No, and they were taking in fucking millions. But David said, oh, we had to buy mansions. Why the fuck did you have to buy mansions? You're supposed to give that money back to charity, or fucking not buying your own fucking personal property for portfolio. That's what he did. He spent, fuck, man, he spent so much money on property. He's like, the feds will never get this. They'll never find it. They'll never find these properties. But they did. They did. And that's why David is where he is now. He didn't even pay him. He didn't even pay him, Sharita. Yeah. They have to give the information to people they want to call along with relationship. Yeah, see at TTYL. Yeah, did you see the calls that David was doing? Stupid. Stupid. Nah, dude, he was live streaming out to fucking YouTube, and the cult was broadcasting it out to YouTube. Dude, go to the videos feed on my channel, dude, and there's like a grip of them, bro. There's a grip of them. There's a grip of them. There's a grip of them. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so you did see the ones where he called from prison. Fucking dumbass. So this call is from a federal prison. Stupid ass. Like and what makes it even better, what the last one that they did, right, from FCI Milan, I think that well, no, they did one from FCI Milan too. Michelle, in the same place she's been, house arrest. Oh, this is scatty. This has been going on for fucking millenniums, man. It was, yeah, it was it's the only people he could call, and he calls out to a live stream on a Sunday. They're like, oh, Apostle Taylor's here, and Kia runs out, grabs the phone, ATTYL, and I set that video up to FCI Milan. I was like, hey, you guys better fucking make sure he doesn't do a phone call this week. If he does, we're gonna fucking know about it. And I told FCI Milan, whoever's on the other end, I was like, hey, just ask what happened down in Livingston County. No, Hannah. No. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. There. A lot of the survivors have. They're already starting their lives over again, as they should. Yep. Nope, I've never had any of the cult members approach me, and no, Hannah, nope. And I've always said, like, I'm approachable, but like, if you see me with family and shit, like, just be cool about it, you know? Like, I'm a person just like you know? I'm no different. Like, I go about my day like you know? I'm very approachable, though. I'm not famous. I'm just rich, dude. See me out shopping, fuck, walk with me and fucking shoot the shit, you know? It's nothing personal, man. This is like, we're on social media. Like, isn't that the point, to like be human and interact with each other, right? Whether it's here or in real life, right? Behind the screen name, there's a person, right? I was Alex Jovanovich for a while, but I had to for obvious reasons. But it's like, yeah, I'm not afraid if people approach me in public. I've always told the cult, don't ever fucking approach me in public. You do, we're gonna have problems. The cult members better never fucking approach me in public. And I know who they are. I know what they look like. And I don't know where they live in San Antonio, but I know some of them live in San Antonio. We're not political here, but yeah, I can talk about that another time. Trash Channel 1970. Yep, that's a whole other topic. I don't want to talk about it here. This channel is about politics. But we talk about cults here, that's for sure. That's a cult of personality, I will say that. I just find interesting the one thing that the cult leader we talk about and Donald Trump have in common is they both shit their pants. Not political. Yep, I'm not political. I don't vote. Dude, fuck our government, bro. That's what I say. Fuck our government. They don't do shit for me. They take all my fucking money at the end of the year and just give me fucking empty promises. I got a shithead for a fucking senator in Texas. He's a fucking wheelchair-bound fucker that hasn't done shit, really. I don't vote, dude. Why? Because I feel we're literally at that point of taxation without representation. Why am I going to vote for those assholes? What did studying is this teach you about? It has nothing to do with location, Scatty. No, it has nothing to do with location. Nothing to do with where people are located. It just has to do with the mentality of people where they're at in life. Mostly what I've learned. It has nothing to do. You could be in fucking California and this can happen, bro. You could be in fucking New York, Florida. You could be anywhere and this shit could happen. Doesn't matter where you're at. It can happen to anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere. Especially if they're on that religious scale. Doesn't matter where the fuck you're at, dude. You could be in fucking goddamn bumfuck Egypt, Canada, like where Kent lives. Be out in the middle of the fucking goddamn blizzard and this shit could happen to you. No matter where you are. There is no boundaries for religious manipulation and fucking cult mind manipulation. There is no fucking boundaries. They don't give a fuck how old you are, what color your skin is, man, woman. They don't give a fuck. It's all for their own benefit. That's it. They don't care. David didn't care. Look what he did. Look what he did. He did this for fucking decades, man, and got away with it. All because people were afraid to tell this fucker no. Well, we've kind of put all these social media fucking prophets on notice that you guys are all fucking full of shit. We're watching you guys now. We're watching so many of you guys now. I was talking to Kevin G about this today. I wouldn't mind getting together one weekend with a group of us on a Zoom call and really starting to build up some profiles against who we'd like to fucking look into. Another one came across the channel today. What's his name? Kevin Bruco? That fucking other shithead clown you're telling me about, Kevin? That guy needs to fucking... We need to keep an eye on that guy. He doesn't have a big following like David. He is buying a lot of views and subscribers and shit, but that's typical of fucking idiots like him. But they're all over the place, man. And I wouldn't mind building kind of a profile. Todd White, fuck that sack of shit. Fuck Stephen Furtick, too. Can't stand that prick. Stephen Furtick's another one. Furtick, that fucking toothpick fucking Wonder Bread bitch, Paula White, that fucking cunt. Yeah. Yeah. Paula White's a big one. Paula White. Do you believe David thinks? Yeah, David thinks he's going to walk away from these charges. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Tony Richards, David thinks he's going to walk away from these charges. He's so convinced he's going to walk away from these charges, he's got all these lawyers. That's how fucking convinced David is he is going to walk away from these charges, is that he's got a fucking hotshot team of lawyers. And when the fucking hammer drops and the jury returns a guilty verdict, Dave's like, that's not supposed to happen. I'm the apostle. But no. Nope. Nope. When the hammer drops and David finally realizes he's not the biggest fucking bitch in the room, like he's the biggest bitch in the room. Yep, he wants to take the stand, Kim. Yeah. David wants to take the stand. Don't think for 1 second he doesn't, man. That little sack of shit, he wants to take the stand. He wants to. His own lawyers even said he can't wait to vindicate himself. He can't wait to fucking... He would love the attention. But you know what they'd do? He'd get up on the stand and the prosecution would absolutely destroy him. That's kind of what I'm thinking, or that's all he can afford. I'm thinking that's all he can afford, 20 hours a week to pay him. And he's got like fucking 7 lawyers working for him. Like, Jesus Christ. Holy fucking shit. Like, that's a lot of checks to write. Well, but David, to get up on the stand, he would be cross-examined. He'd be cross-examined. And what, everything David's going to say is based on fucking dreams. He'll be like, yeah, I'm just a pastor, and, this is all because of that guy, Rich Holmes, and, Rick Frazier, it's all their fault. Use that fucking soft-ass Jurgens Michael Jackson voice. He's all, it wasn't me, it was mostly Michelle and Rick Frazier and that pussy Rich Holmes. Yeah, like TTYL says, fucking Lindsay Roberson, he's cooked. He's cooked. Telling you, that Lindsay Roberson, wild card, ace in the deck, whatever you want to call it, that will destroy the case. That will destroy David. Beat that, David. Beat the prosecution. Beat the human trafficking charges. Beat the human trafficking. Beat the human trafficking. Human trafficking and forced labor is considered a violent crime in and of itself. Yeah, he will. He'll probably fucking eat some fucking Jergens lotion and then come out talking like Michael Jackson. He's all, well, Michael Jackson, me and Michael Jackson, we're like this, okay? Michael Jackson's actually Jesus. He would. He'd come out talking like fucking Michael. Give me a Tito tissue, please. Tito, give me a tissue. Yeah. He would. Yeah, and you can't. David, get up on the stand. Oh, God told me in a dream, Mr. Taylor, we can't use your dreams because we can't verify those. Tell us about this date or this date. Well, God told me on this date. We don't give a fuck about God. What are the facts, Mr. Taylor? It's, again, David getting up on the stand, everything's going to be in a dream that God told him. It's going to completely ruin his defense. Tito Kenny passed away last week. Aw, man. But, yep, the delusion is real. The delusion's real. And unless his lawyers finally fucking talk some sense into him, like, you're going to jail for the rest of your life either way. Either whether we take this to trial or not, you're going to jail for the rest of your life. Yes, he has lost weight, but he's still 300 pounds. He just lost all that fucking subcutaneous fat, but he's still got like visceral fat and shit he's got to worry about. Like David's in the most uncomfortable situation right now in his life, and he's detoxing and just in a horrible situation. But he has lost weight, yes. Yes, he has. And it's mostly from probably taking metformin because they had to get his diabetes under control so he wouldn't fucking die in lockup. So not only is he shitting himself, he's going through detox. So let that sink in. Let that sink in. I'm going to wrap it up. It's going on 5 o'clock, and I have to start cooking dinner because it's my dinner time. David has been, was, whether or not he still is, threatening the staff. No, it won't. You're exactly right. Him losing weight won't make him directly healthy. Nope, you're right. Nope, won't make him healthy. Losing weight has nothing to do with making him healthy. It's just he's in a new environment right now and he's not eating like a fucking bottom feeding fucking walrus and depleting the ocean But he is for sure indeed fucking losing weight and not in good health. But you guys have a good day. Catch you on the next stream, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.